Yeah, last half step up. Da-da-dum. Up step.
It's E flat, no? I don't know. Yeah, I didn't get the whole piece down, but yeah.
Got it. That's it. Just about almost, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, you've got a nice tone and a nice attack.
Yeah, it all helps. It definitely even hold on one second.
Sure. Well, you know, that's an easy way to figure out.
But even the drum hand technique is definitely helps with like your strumming and stuff as well. You know, you can find it. Some of it correlates a little bit when you know the wrist strumming.
Well, when you move up the fretboard, you don't move leading with your arm.
All right.
You lead with your wrist.
Exactly. Yeah.
You lead with your wrist. And so every instrument has its own idiosyncrasies, but there are more often than not, similarities are going on.
Right.
That's good, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's an easy way to determine whether or not okay, let me I'm sorry I have to do this. If possible. So, sorry about that. It's an easy way for me, you know, because I'll have musicians that come I rarely get a dud, you know. If I am getting recommendations from people that I already know can play, who I respect, whose opinion I can trust, so that, you know, that guitar player or bass player will recommend said guitar player or bass player, and then that guitar player, and that's how we develop a kind of a coterie of stablemates, you know. Like come in, and so I'll call a tune like that, and I'll know right away, you know. Some folks will baba do baba do baba do baba dun daba dun do ba dun do ba da. Right. Others need a minute.
Oh yeah.
And I might even need to sing it to them. Some folks learn, and that doesn't mean that they're not brilliant. I mean, there are some incredible. Buddy Rich didn't read, you know. So there are some brilliant people that might not be quick to read, but they'll just kill you with their playing, right? So, yeah. But there are certain tunes where the writing is challenging enough so that I can determine pretty quickly where they are as a musician, you know, and that would be one of them. And that you can play that. Awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, we should take a look at the Crabb, right?
Yeah.
And just refresh. Let's see. Right now, what I had you doing, you know, perhaps what I'll do is, and it's coming over tomorrow. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll call that tune and then I'll play it for you.
Yeah.
And I'm working on this stuff all the time as well. You know, an exposition, this phrase is something that I have to Hold on, just one sec, Jason. Hello, hi there. Hi, I'm on Skype right now. I'm in Boston, so to speak. But I wanted to take your call because it's been like 3 days. So oh, okay. I'll be right there, Jason.
Yep.
I really hate to step away. Yeah. So, all right. So, this kind of thing will provide an opportunity to learn much about the technique.
Right.
And so if we're going to play this, I first had you simply playing. We got it up to Charlie. I'm on Skype right now, babe. Let me call you back, okay? All right, I know. Sorry, I can't talk. I totally get it. I understand. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Okay, so I told you there's some stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, what we have happening is I was having you just simply throwing first to get you into the feeling of where this is going. Just had you throwing. I had you down. Let's take a look at it at 52. Let's see if I can. And then again, I have this challenge over here. So this kind of thing will avail us the opportunity to learn a lot. And so we're going. It's too fast for you right there. Dot, 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 dot. Boy, that's slow. Now, what am I doing here?
Like a flick almost.
We see you're kind of missing the inner workings. Pad is set up. The pad is at a funny angle because it's really set up for traditional, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, I have to make the adjustment. Open, close, 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 open, close. Release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Only release what you squeezed or squoze. Release, squeeze. Release, squeeze. Release, squeeze. That's what's happening. So the motion won't really get there until what's happening in the hand is working, right? So we need to have a good grip that'll accommodate what it is we're doing here with the hand, right? So we need to feel the middle finger is the really big deal. Palm down, middle finger. Just do this with me. So all you're doing, just do it up here. And this is a Jack Berger thing. I think one time he said, just hold the stick up in the air, laying in the middle finger, and wave it back and forth, and that's a wrist turn. Now, as I come up, I'm not tightening anything. The only way the stick would come up would be if I turn my wrist, because I'm just leaving this laying in there, and then I'm just doing this. Okay? Really laying in that middle finger. Huh? You don't have to move quite so much, because we don't have a grip yet, right? And these fingers are just off. Now we could let it lay in the fourth as well. Dick would say you can put that on. Could even let it lay in the fifth, but typically Dick would let you put your fourth on, right? And then it's good. See, there you go. And then what we want to do is now we have to build a grip, right? So we never want to lose the feeling of that stick laying in the middle finger. That's pretty good, see? And so if we put our thumb on, we can imagine, you see, what this technique really isn't about. It's not about, now do this, play with this is just remedial stuff, right? And so now all we've got is the first finger and thumb, which feels different. Now the energy or fulcrum potential, and no, we're not rebounding, would be first finger and thumb. If we let it lay in the middle finger, now the fulcrum potential is in the middle finger. Just turn it nice and easy, and it goes clunk. Don't let it, and it doesn't bounce around very much. It just kind of lands. I'm not letting it bounce. I'm just stopping. Turn up and come down. Yeah, like that. It just goes clunk and stops. Now, if we wanted to build a grip and put the thumb on, now what? So how about this one? Right. This is like a Richard Martinez thing, where he talks about that the fulcrum potential could perhaps exist between the thumb and the middle finger. No, my first finger's off. See? Different than what you're doing. And it's not about pushing it down. We don't have an entire grip yet. And so we're just going to play, but we could play like this, right? And then we just get this very simple motion where we really feel the stick. No, don't put your, sorry, I can't quite see. Yep, you're cool. These are prescription glasses. I just want you to know. And so now the energy is definitely running between, and now just do this. Feel that? See my fourth, my ring finger and baby finger are off. And so there's this little narrow channel. This could be fulcrum. Right? See, it just goes, just lower it up and down. Don't just throw it up and let it drop. Move it through there. Feel, there you come up at the same speed. Feel it going through like a machine. It's churning out. It's like some kind of machinery that would move in this way, like those oil wells that you see out in fields.
Right.
And the way they're moving, it's kind of cool. You ever study that? Right? Because there's a fulcrum there. Those things do that all day long for years and years and years. And every once in a while, someone will probably have to come in and fix the fulcrum. or oil the fulcrum, or who knows. Okay, so now we have a little more of a grip because now we have the thumb on. And what's cool is we're sending the energy to the middle finger. We're landing on the middle finger, right? Landing on the middle finger. We're not landing up here. We're landing back here. We're landing further back. Now, if we put the first finger on, right? The whole thing is moving as a unit. First finger, if it holds too tight, will pull the stick out of the fulcrum. We can't put this finger on too tight. It's just, Dick would say it's a guide, right? Just a guide. Okay, so then if I go to throw, I'm going to come up and I'm going to feel a squeeze with that middle finger coming towards the palm. And then as I come up, I feel the middle finger move away from the palm. It's all very slight, but however much the middle finger moves away from the palm on the way up is what I feel happening as the amount close. So there's a relationship between the squeeze and release. Now, you'll notice I'm really giving her a big turn, aren't I? Really coming up. Okay? Release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Relax, less relaxed. You're always relaxed, but Marie would say you're loose going up and you're tight coming down. And so we're just going. Yeah, it's pretty good. See, that looks better. All right. Release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze. And you see now what we have built in is we have an up motion, but not an upstroke. Now, that's the magic of learning this motion and leaving the beat down, because we have the potential to make a note as we go up. We're going to release, squeeze, 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 release, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, release, 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 squeeze, 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 release, release, release. So you start to get that happen. That's where this is going. There you go. Release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. That's good. Do that in the other hand. That in the other hand. Really good. That was good. I won't be as good at it over here. I'm better at it, I'd like to think, in traditional. Now I'm not set up for traditional. You see, in traditional, for those out there that are interested, you see, there's my release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke. So we have a similar kind of action going on. The traditional is the right hand on this side. That's pretty good. Now, so what we're looking to do, it's really good. Now what we're looking to do is do that in both hands, but not making an upstroke yet. Right? So squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release. We're just doing this with them, but I gotta see you raise that stick up to the ceiling. I really want you to give me a wrist turn. But you have to have that squeeze and release incorporated. And then the left, you have to get both sides. You have to get this side of it and this side of it, not just a little come up and then which there are ways to do this, perhaps. So we could make a big throw and not come up. What we want to feel right now, both sides of the throat landing right in the center. We don't want to over squeeze up front, but it is true. You know, for playing like this, the first finger and thumb aren't going to feel as much pressure. It's going to be just laying in the hand. As we start to turn, we'll feel a little less of that. Okay, so if we're going to make a big throw, we're going to feel a particular thing and a particular pressure, which will become self-evident as you go along. So there's your release, squeeze, or we can make an upstroke with a release and squeeze. So we're going to get a tempo now. That's slow. Never played a tune that's slow, but so it's cool. See, and it's good for me to slow something down and not always play it at the tempo that is predicated by the speed of the tune I've written with this. So we're going da da da. First, I want to hear that speed in my head. You know, when we're trying to figure out, well, the metronome's a half note tied to an eighth note. So where's it going to land? And we want to figure out what is the timing, so that we get to that note at the right time, incorporating the right amount of space. You have to understand the distance. The distance here between clicks is da, 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 da. But first I want to hear that. Da, release, 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 So I'm just release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Okay, so do this with me at this tempo, metronome on at 40. Yeah, that's pretty good, you know. See, I get a nice big zonk and I'm not working too hard. Minimal effort. I'm not, but it comes straight what I'm not doing and then I mess up. Right? I'm not doing this, because this seems like more work. I'm not doing this, because now I don't have any squeeze and release. So I get the same sound, sort of, but now I don't have that nice relaxed, I don't have the potential for an upstroke. Now I have the feedback potential for a single stroke. You get a free note on the way up, if I want. Open, close, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. So we're just doing this. So now if we're going to play the actual pattern, one of the notes is going to have to be an upstroke. Up, up. So it's squeeze, squeeze. See, this hand keeps going squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. And this hand's going up, squeeze. And then instead of making another throw, it releases for an upstroke.
You don't want to make it. You don't want to rest on the upstroke, right? You don't want to tap on the up, do you? You want to rest.
Yeah, we were playing it continuously as though the upstroke would be the rest. Because right. When I write that tune and it has a rest, because I said it to you, right?
Right. Yeah. I was kind of more playing at the rest. I was kind of not doing the tap on the way up, but.
Okay. Well, but that's the gig where it becomes.
Gotcha.
When I go to play this tune, that's what I was joking about last week. It's like drummers pour a void. So I fill that note in with a note that's quiet, a ghost note.
Gotcha.
And so it has the feeling of, so it's just not da 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 rest da da, which it could be, but it's ba ba da ba ba da da ba da. It has this flow to it.
Gotcha.
And I like the challenge. I write this stuff to challenge myself as well, right? That's too fast. your turn up. I'll turn my.
All right.
You got the idea. No, don't worry about that. We're just we're just working on this. Very simple. Hard enough to get that right. Now remember, you see, you've lost the dance. You've lost the flavor of accents relative to, if you were playing it as written and including that upstroke with the rest,
yeah.
we want to maintain a certain thing. Because the band is going, here's what the band is doing, and you can play it on your guitar. It's ba ba da ba 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 da. How are we going to play that? Right? There's a bunch of different techniques we could use to play that. I prefer this technique. So what we have to do to get that to happen is we first need to feel this, because this hand just keeps doing this. See, so this hand has to do this every time. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze.
Yeah.
You can't lose, so just get this right now. Feel that. Now I want a big throw. You gotta let that stick come up so that I can see your hand. Watch, watch, watch. See my hand? Watch. See my hand? Watch. See it? See my hand? I'm coming up enough so that you can see the inner workings. There you go. See, it has to do that every time. Squeeze, release. Squeeze with the middle finger. Squeeze towards the palm. Release, squeeze, release what you squeezed. See, it does that every time. Now you're going to add the other hand. So now the other hand is going. This hand is just doing this. Release, squeeze. Now in this case, the release isn't about releasing for a throw as a motion. It's actually making the upstroke. So we're just doing this now. So we still have to see that throw, just like over here. You can see my hand. Over here, we got to see the hand. Got to get a nice throw over here too. So we're going throw, up, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Give me a little bit more of the turning to the ceiling. And release and squeeze. There it is. There it is. You see? See now the other hand just throwing. You'll have it. Oh, you got to keep throwing in the right. Come on. The right has to keep throwing.
Gets me every time. Come on,
There you go. Up, throw, 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 up, throw, 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 up, throw, 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 up, throw, 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 up, throw. Think of it that way too. Throw, 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 up. Squeeze, 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 release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. That's the idea of timing. The squeeze has to be appropriate for what it is we're playing. Not too bad. There you go. She's getting it. Remember, we're just going to try to drop the upstroke from parallel. Remember that trick?
What was it?
We're just trying to learn to drop the upstroke from parallel because it's supposed to feel, look, here's a regular throw with a squeeze and release. Okay? But you see how the bead doesn't turn out? I don't go like this.
Yeah.
I just do this. And so all I want to do is just do that and happen to bump into the surface. So it still feels like this. You see? It's a note for free. Twice the speed, half the effort. Throw, throw, throw up from the floor. Throw up from the floor. Up. Throw, throw, throw up. Throw, throw, throw up. There it is. Up. There it is. Oh, keep throwing in the right. Come on, don't lose the throw. Throw, 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 throw up. Come on, give me a big throw in the right. Throw, don't lose that right. That right's gotta be solid. There it is. See, it's gonna sound even. The accents have to be the same volume. There you go. Now let's try that the other way. See if I can do it. I would do a traditional grip, and I don't make this an exercise. I'm playing on the drums, and I would typically, if I would typically, as I go along with these tunes, I start doing all kinds of weird things. I'll get, well, I'm bored. I'm going to do something else or something cool. But if you were going to lead with the left, now again, we just need to feel this. Release, 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 squeeze, 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 squeeze. The right goes up. Up. See how strong it sounds without a lot of effort. Up. There, good. Yeah. Drop that B down. It's just like a regular throw. You gotta cock your wrist up to the ceiling in the right. Like in the left, they gotta sound the same. You can't have one doing one thing, traveling through more space, therefore creating more torque, so that the left is louder. Usually the guys are right-handed, the right left. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now you got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So you're starting to feel some of the squeeze and release. You understand how that works relative to this exercise. So for 40, what would happen if we put it up at? What would happen if we moved it to 52? Da 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 da. Da 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 yeah. Triplets, right? 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. Don't give me all of this stuff. Okay, so you're starting to lose your throws. It's a little faster. So see, this is a challenge. And learning to throw more quickly, repetitively, consecutively, is a challenge for all of us. So if we're at, we just want to get this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. See, now it doesn't sound like it's in 4, does it? It could be 1, 2, 1, 2. It could be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be anything. Right? It's where we're going to put the accents relative to the metronome that defines what we're doing. Okay, now your throw on the right is breaking down. So it's revealed something to us. So let's fix it. Just take a moment. So all we're really getting, all that's really happening is, right, we have that grip I described. I lay in that middle finger. Thumb has to be sending energy across to the middle finger. Ultimately, maybe that's a good place to start. We want to feel things landing in the middle finger, right? And so what we're doing is we're simply coming up, and it would do that, right? And it's hanging. I really feel it hanging in the middle finger. Okay, let's just hold it with the middle finger. Come on down now. Get down to the floor. And now we're just going to go up. Come on, go up a little more. There. Feel it hanging? That's it. Go up a little more. Yeah. Go up more. More. See, you can't because you're not allowing that to happen with your elbow. Wouldn't at some point Dick Wilson would have us up here? I have a video of him. He's up here somewhere. Right? But that's where it would go. So we're not coming up that high, but we just want to come up and let it hang here. And the arm will react so that we could come up that high. It's only going to barely move. But just stay here. Come on up. You see my elbow? What now? Watch my elbow. So it's going to go like that. Lift up, lift here, lift here. That's good. There it goes. See, now things are a little bit relaxed. Now come back down. Put your grip back together. Get the flat of the thumb on, sending energy towards, see the back of the thumb has to be incorporated to send energy towards the middle finger, okay? So now we're here. I'm thinking about the grip and the elbow and that it's just gonna hang. There it is, there. Now let it hang for a minute. Now all that's gonna happen is you're gonna reverse that and you're gonna go boom. Pretty good. You didn't turn quite high enough. I would have liked to. So first you have to get the hanging. Let it hang here. I feel that every time I go up, even though we're in slow motion. And then you're going to come up almost to your head. Come on, cock that wrist. There, like that. More like that. Go ahead. Boom. Make sure you cock high enough so that you're not pushing. This power comes from the wrist turn. Like that. Now, so what we're going to do is we got to learn to do that over and over at this speed, you see? So you got to watch. It's hanging, watch. Hanging, cock. Hanging, cock. I'm released, I'm squeezing. Release, squeeze. See? Release, squeeze. Release, squeeze. Release, squeeze. Hanging, squeeze. Release, squeeze. Hanging, release. See? You speed up and nothing changes. Only the frequency of the motion. You got to feel the hanging. So you can't go up and do this. So I don't see any of this happening now. See the elbow? The elbow just does not get pinned to your side. So that's about as fast. Come up a little higher to activate this part. No, come up a little higher. Giving you there it is. That's what you need to come up to every time. Every time. Keep there. Every time. Release, squeeze. Don't forget the release, squeeze. Come up there every time. That's more important than the release, squeeze. Release, squeeze will happen naturally. There it is. See? Now you're getting a good whack. Triplets at this speed, you got it, dude. No, you lost this. Release. You got to get this every time. That's you. So you're just going to have to work. You're going to have to work a little faster for you. So let's move it down to. Let's move it. You were at 40. You got 40. Let's take it to 44 and see if we can just manage that. Come on, just the right hand. You got to get this every time. Feel this again. Feel this again. Come on, a little higher to really activate that. Not quite. Come on, activate it. Here, by lifting here, bending it. There it is. See how you feel like you're ready to. You can really. There's power there, isn't there? You feel the power there. You feel the power in the arm the way it is. You haven't set it up. You're not forcing with it. There's the power you need. See, that's it. So I'm keeping you at 40. I'm keeping you at 40. But that's what you feel, and I'm gonna have you just play to we're at 44 here, just play to the quarter note. No triplets, even slower. Just feel that. There's no need to run. No, it doesn't go like this. It goes like this. A modified throw. You don't throw like this. You throw everything goes like this. So we're modified. We're like this, small. There, it's coming along. There, it's starting to come along. Come up a little more. Come up just a little more gooseneck. And then you don't keep following it up. Once you're up at the hanging position, you have to go the other direction. Now, let it hang. Let it hang right there, and then it turns. It hangs. There it is. Okay, so that's where it's going. Eventually, this thing. So you're topped out 40 to 44. We'll play with, and you should just practice downstrokes in one hand individually to get that feeling of where is the top of the stroke, like that. Now, so where would this go? Let's see. Da 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 doom gag on baba da 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 we're about the speed of the tune. I'm keeping those motions going. Now we're twice as fast as that's 88. See where this goes, right? And the motions don't break down. It's good, dude. Okay, so we're just gonna keep working on that.
Right.
You're gonna have to phone in your part when the band comes over. And okay, so we have that. Now we also worked on this idea of how to. Now we're kind of in another world, and yet we're not, because everything crosses over into one another. Each of the 7 basic strokes exists within the context of one another. Okay, so page 5, stick control. Let's see how that's coming along. Here's where now we're not dealing with fulcrum potential anymore. Now we're actually dealing with fulcrum, right? Because we need to have the fulcrum in the hand do its thing and allow the stick to rock over said fulcrum. We need to allow the stick to rock over the fulcrum. So that means we need to know where the fulcrum is. So did we do this at 72? Maybe it's not cool to be doing it at 60.
72?
It's weird. Murray has it at 80, so. What is it? Yeah, I'm thinking about my left right now. Come along. So I'm still making a throw. Now look, we just kind of worked on this, right? Right? Only this is not throwing for rebounds. If we wanted to turn, see, this is why maybe you could get this at 60. It'll just give you time to think. Put the metronome on at 60. I mean, it can be done. You see, your throw isn't right. See, now look in your monitor. Don't change anything. Don't change anything. Keep doing it. Yeah, keep doing it. And don't change anything. Now here's what you're doing. As you watch, I'll do it with you. See, I'm not going to even rebound. I'm just going to make the motion. See, this part of your arm doesn't move at all. You notice this stays completely straight. So what you're really doing is you're pumping from the bicep muscle. You could say that's not really a throw. So what we have to do is get that same feeling, that feeling of coming up. No, you're not feeling, go up a little higher to activate it, like that. That's, and then you're gonna throw for 3. Don't keep doing it over, just stop. You see, don't rejoice in, I know you don't quite know what you're doing, so you feel like you're gonna do it again, so you can really lock into what you're doing, and then you'll lose it. So first we have to get this. Gotta hang, come on, a little more. Activate that. And then you're going to, instead of, you're released, aren't you?
Yeah.
Instead of squeezing, what we're going to do is, Dick would say, you're just going to land open. There it is. Don't go in mimicking it. You've had there, not bad. Make sure you're leveraging up from here. That's got to, everything, this has to be moving to properly activate. Otherwise, watch. The wrist isn't really moving anymore. It's not, watch, the wrist isn't bending, and my elbow's going up, meaning I'm mimicking it.
All right.
I know you're really doing it. You're trying to leverage it up. See, so you have to turn and feel that, like that. So you're going to throw for 3, dot, dot, dot. And just land open with the stick landing on the middle finger and the thumb sending energy to the middle finger. And remember when I had you take your first finger off? That would work. Yeah, go ahead and do this. You have to be a little more gentle about it. We don't have much of a grip. So now we have the stick laying in the middle finger with the thumbs sending energy over to the middle finger. So now there's no doubt that we'll be landing on the middle finger. And so we have this. Now there's no doubt that we're going to feel it hanging in the middle finger. Come on, I don't feel like that elbow really got activated. Come on, give me this, like that, and then just gently, a little untamed. That's telling you that you're doing something funny when you land. You're just going to land. So you got to get this part. Come on, lever. There you go. And just land like that and let it dribble away. Now make sure that you give me, remember I had you, when you were throwing properly, you could see my hand. Well, now we're not coming up quite that much. But I need to see the cocking of the wrist. A little more. That was good. Bring it up. Bring it up to your chin. There's room and time and enough grip. Come on. Your arm's got to be relaxed to start, or it won't do that. That's not bad. Turn a little higher. Like that was a really good one. Really feel the middle finger, don't you? Yeah, don't go slamming. It's just a nice, easy motion. Okay, now you can put your first finger on and guide. Guide with the first finger. Don't over squeeze with it, you'll spoil the feeling of it laying in the hand. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do da 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 da. See, da 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 da. Rest, rest. 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 2 clicks where you're waiting to do it again. You got time to leverage it up. No, you see, you lost your throw. No, you have plenty of time to go start going up now. You can go up while it's clicking, while you're resting, while it's a rest. No, come on, go up more. Give it 3 clicks. Okay, give it 3 clicks. You're going back to the bicep thing. There it is. There it is. There it is. Leverage it out. Yeah, 2 or 3 really good. Come on, leverage it out. Not enough leverage. Come on, let it hang. Come on, there it is. Now you can now you can pounce. Pounce. The cat is ready to strike. It's a wild cat. That's really good. Okay, so you're using 3 clicks and you're getting it. I don't care if you want to go up early like that. Okay, now let's see if we can do that the other way. Okay, so we have this, right? We have this thing that we do, and then, right, we're gonna feel it on the middle finger, the thumb sending energy over there. The first finger is guiding. Oh, look at my right arm pumping. Terrible. Shouldn't have. See, I just want this. That's all I want. See? Come on, the elbow's all stiff and creepy. No, you're not leveraging up. Now your right's better than your left. Earlier your left was better. There it is. Now don't go clutching with your back fingers, or you're going to spoil this thing that you're feeling now. Middle finger. Come on. You can't just go like this and not have the elbow move thinking you're gonna. It's gotta react to. It's gotta. More like that. Nice and easy. Turn high, but don't add a lot of force. Too much force. You release. Don't go squeezing. Land open on that middle finger with the thumb sending energy to it. Come on, land the middle finger. Back fingers have nothing to do with it. They'll spoil it bouncing. Okay, stop. Your throat. Now we're going to just revisit what you felt in your right when it came to this. Okay, so we're going to go up in the left. No, I want your thumb on. Now I want you. You're right. You actually duplicated the experiment. Didn't? Maybe we did go up like that, but you won't be able to. You won't have much control over the stick. At least the thumb gives you a little more of a grip. Come on, this. No. Look at my back fingers, Mr. Guitar Player. Aldiniola. There you go. See, it's just the middle finger and the thumb, isn't it? That's all you got. And then but are you leveraged up? I don't see any elbow. There you go. Now you leveraged it out a little. And then we're just going to go and let it just. No, wait, stop. It was good. Okay, go ahead. Oh, you didn't cock high enough. You didn't feel this side of the throw. There it is. Not bad. Turn high. Oh, beautiful. You see, it bounces now, doesn't it? That's what wasn't happening. Don't go slamming. You'll spoil its ability to rock over that fulcrum in time. Now, when you're done, why isn't your elbow back by your side? Now, if you turn, now it'll come away, the elbow. There it is. And it comes to the side, doesn't it? Go ahead and put your first finger on just as a guide. See, now your back fingers are nice and relaxed. They don't look all crunched and weird. Oh, come on. You're throwing too much and you land open. There, that was a good one. And at the other hand with da. Go over blowing. You have 3 clicks to go back up and leverage. Every once in a while, you might want to take off every finger but the thumb in the middle, just to feel it. You can play that way at this volume, at this tempo. Yeah, it relaxes your hand, doesn't it? Da, 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 ah. All right. There. That's good, dude. Okay, that's all we're going to do. Okay, so what we've done is we've increased your ability to throw.
Yeah.
Better understanding of how this is going to work. Right? And it does look like, because you play some piano too. What does this remind you of?
Right.
Do you play the piano like this? Or do you play it like this? Play it like that. And when you go up, do you hold your elbows like this and try to play? You can't come up very much. You let everything loose so you can come up. That's where I love. Who's that wonderful? One of my favorite pianists. It'll come to me in a minute. The motions that he makes, he's famous for his interpretations of Rachmaninoff.
Glenn Gould, man?
No, it's not Glenn Gould, but it'll come to me. Yeah, certain names I have a problem with. I had it for a minute there. I could never think of Tom Petty's name. I finally figured it out. That ain't gonna happen anymore. All right. So let's just take a look now at just some doubles, nice and easy, and see how we can incorporate, or if you can understand how it is we're going to incorporate some of what we just did. The metronome is down at 40. I have you adjusted eighth notes, right? We're just feeling that stick land on the middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The metronome is 40, right? Okay, stop. See, every new exercise brings awareness that you have, but only as it pertains to another stroke, because you lost a little bit of what you've learned today. That's right, you're going to need that. You can't go clamping with your back fingers, or how's it going to hang in the middle finger if you're doing this? How's it going to hang in the middle finger if you're holding with your back fingers? See, these are the little subtleties, right? That's where practicing with just the thumb and the middle finger can be cool. That's better. Now you'll notice what you just did is there was this gentle throw, right? And now when we make a throw for roll strokes, we're back to what we worked on earlier. Release, squeeze, release, squeeze. So we're back to that. Yeah, no, you got to come on, really leverage it up. So you've got to get the whole motion. See how much more powerful and snappy that sounds? And you're on a gig you're playing with a horn band, playing guitar, but when the drummer can't make it because he gets a cold and they have to call you in, you're going to need to know how to say, okay, that's better. Okay, so now, but what I was first as well referring to was, you know, when you just went to throw, and over in the left you went, and the timing and the speed of the turn, or the throw, which is turning, will affect how the stick behaves. It'll affect the speed of the rebound. It'll affect volume, perhaps. And so we want to feel. You see how easy that is? There's just the thumb and the middle finger again. See, it sounds much more gentle, but still solid. Now put the first finger on, guide. You see, and all we're doing is, and then we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, squeeze. Don't put too much pressure on the way down. You're just lifting it up gently and letting it come back. Easy. There it is. Release, squeeze. Leverage up, leverage up. Release, squeeze. Go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release, squeeze. 1, 2. See how easy this is? I just lift it up and let it fall. Release, squeeze. And a 7-stroke roll is a 7-stroke roll. It goes both ways. So the hand that makes the accent is going to start. Squeeze. Then that hand starts. And this release, squeeze. And the hand that makes the accent starts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, squeeze. Right? Now, if we played that as a 5-stroke roll, it would be 1, 2, 3, release, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, release, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, release, squeeze. 1, 2. Don't give me this. No, imagine if you were playing it just in the middle finger. Imagine if you didn't have a grip and you're just letting it lay in that. No, come on, just do this for a second. All you do is you can't add too much force, the stick will go flying around. You have no grip. Barely a grip. Come on, take thumb off too. Come on, look at my thumb up in the air. My thumb's up in the air. I'm done. I'm out of here. There it is. See how that sounds and feels? If you go slamming too hard, the stick will bounce out of your hand, won't it? Nice and easy. I just lift it up and come back down. It's about the same speed, isn't it? Okay, now how are you going to do a release squeeze? How are you going to make a big throw? You don't have enough of a grip. Put your thumb on now. Put your thumb on. Not the first finger. Now, still. It's hard to squeeze. You need the guide in place. These fingers have a relationship. So now we're experiencing some of that. Release, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Don't come down too hard. It's nice, gentle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Release, squeeze, 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 release, squeeze. Don't do that. I'm showing you'll start to rebound and nothing will change except for the fact that you're allowing the stick to rock over the foot. Right now, we're just learning to turn the wrist, but we have to feel what we're talking about, which is not slamming down, not distorting the grip, and losing the feeling of the stick landing on the middle finger. Right now, it's landing on the middle finger. Not bad. I didn't see enough leveraging. Come on, leverage. 5. That was a good one. 1, 2, leverage. More leverage. It just went, Didn't really leverage up. So you could go in the other direction. Come on, leverage in the right. Now the right's turn. Leverage now. Come on, more. I don't like that leverage. Try it again. Left's leveraging right now. Left leverage. Kind of lift it up from the bicep. Come on, leverage. You got time. There it is. Squeeze. Stopping right there. So look how you look.
Yeah.
Your body looks stable. Elbows are behaving naturally. You have a grip. You're getting a sound. You're getting some power with your throw because you're actually winding up in a way that would be like the kind of throw that we think of as it pertains to baseball, for instance. This is way smaller. It'd be kind of like a modified throw, but all the parts are there. And it gives you the efficiency, the power, and the snappiness that we're looking for. I'm turning off the camera. Good job.